Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amara. This is Tarot by Amara. So today's pick a card reading, we're going to look at messages from your person's heart. So we're really going to look into your person's heart space today and figure out what is it that they could say to you if their heart would just open up a little. I'm really drawn to emotions today and just feelings. So we are going to look into your person's feelings for you, and if they were to open up their heart, if they were to open up energetically and be receptive to love, what is it that they would say to you? So we are going to look at this in terms of romantic connections, but if you are wanting to look at this inquiring about a friend, you can also apply that as well. But I do want to say that for majority of these three piles, we are looking at romantic connections only. Just another disclaimer, this is a general reading, so please keep in mind that it will not resonate with all of you, but that is okay. If you find that the pile that you chose didn't resonate with you, you can choose another pile, or you can go to my feed and choose a different reading. There could be messages for you there as well. I'm not taking any kind of personal readings at the moment, but if you are interested in wanting to watch more tarot from me, you can follow me on TikTok. I have a lot of readings over there. I'm not really posting on TikTok anymore, but there could be a message for you there as well if you want to like scroll through my readings. But that being said, let's look at our pile selection for today. So pile number 1, you have the card of Venus and Offer. Pile number 2, you have Storm and Unexpected. And pile number 3, you have Seeds and Spring. So take a moment to pause the video, think about your person. What I find to be really helpful is if you close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths, imagine your person in your mind. So think about their laugh, their hair color, their eye color, a specific memory. Open up your eyes and choose the pile that you feel most intuitively drawn to. Try not to overthink it. That being said, thank you all again for being here, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. We're going to look into your person's heart space, and I just want to dive deep right away because I feel like your person is really coming through quite strongly. I feel like I'm sensing that your person is a very, very romantic person, almost overly romantic, or has this kind of idealistic perspective on love and romance, you know, kind of like the romance you see in movies. Just very loving, and I'm getting like boombox outside of your window, like grand public displays of affection kind of energy. Maybe that was the kind of relationship that the two of you had, where it was very out in the open public, very lovey-dovey, very affectionate with one another. Maybe gift giving is one of your love languages with this person. For some of you, I'm getting like a bit of a contrast though, where like kind of like a black cat golden retriever energy, where you were more of the black cat, where you were a little bit standoffish to all the loving energy. Maybe it took you a while to really trust this person. Valentine's Day is also really coming through strongly. That could have been a significant date for you guys. Even the winter time is coming through for some reason, but it just feels like this person's adoration towards you, or just interest in you, was quite strong, right? It's like you never really questioned how they felt about you. It was pretty obvious. For some of you, you felt like maybe it was a little love bomby. Not all of you, but I think there was a part of you that was just not trusting to this person right away, at least in the beginning of your relationship. I'm trying to see if there's any other messages coming through with this. Now with this offer card, this could indicate that this person is contemplating or thinking about giving you some kind of offer, or with this rose, it could obviously, this gives me very Knight of Cups energy, very like showing up with at your house with like flowers, or some kind of gift. This could even be in a form of an apology, but with the rose here obviously indicates an offer of a romance. So this person could even be considering asking you out on a date or taking you out on some kind of date. For those of you who are in separation or no contact with this person, it feels like they want to extend some kind of peace offering with their hand like this. They want to offer you something here, to kind of break the silence or break the boundary of no contact is what's coming through with this energy. So we're just going to dive right into the cards here and see their messages from their heart space. So pile number 1, what are your person's message from their heart space? So we have the Chariot, we have the 5 of Pentacles, that's very cute. There's a couple on the, it's like a prince and a princess on the horse, so it's like they want to take you away a little bit. Like you guys want to run away together. It is very like I said, your person is coming off as a very like overly romantic person, or just someone who's like wants to play the like knight in shining armor kind of energy. We have the King of Wands. Oh, how sweet, the 2 of Cups. So there's definitely a strong attraction to you and a strong emotional connection. Happily ever after. It's very fairy tale. I mean, I am using the fairy tale tarot, but there is something about your connection where your person in their mind feels like this is like a fairy tale, how they feel towards you. We have the High Priestess. Queen of Pentacles. Three of Cups. And the Moon. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Transformation, which is the Death card. Wow, this is a strong, like, spiritual pile, I feel like. Feels like there's definitely, like, a strong emotional tie between the two of you. There is an aspect of something that is hidden with the High Priestess and the Moon card here. It's almost like this person is definitely concealing parts of their emotions for you, which feels not like them. This is someone who's very passionate towards you, someone who isn't afraid to show you how they feel. And so what's happening right now with your person is a lot more mysterious. So it's kind of like the opposite of what you're used to when it comes to this person's. It's just not what you expect it to be, is the best way that I could describe it. So if your person usually acts a certain way or talks a certain way, it's like their actions right now are kind of different from what you're used to, is essentially what I want to say. Like, I picked up on, like, your person is very passionate and very driven and very motivated, but right now it feels like they're concealing some form of emotion towards you with the High Priestess and the Moon card. There is a hidden element as to how they feel, which is why you could be here watching this video, right? Like, you're curious about how your person is feeling towards you. Maybe this person went from, like, for example, with the Three of Cups here, maybe the two of you had shared some kind of community with one another, whether that's online or in person, or you share maybe your coworkers, I don't know, but like there's something here about them no longer in your circle. Like, this is someone who says yes to getting invited to a party and doesn't miss the party, but all of a sudden they're kind of like circling back into hermit mode, or they're just very good at concealing how they feel towards you right now. Things feel a little stagnant as well. They just, you know, it's interesting with that Five of Pentacles as well. I feel like this person doesn't really feel like themselves right now, especially as the Death card being the overall energy. You can see here that, like, the masculine in this case, in this card here, is transforming into someone else. The previous relationship has died out and now something else is forming. King of Cups, they have strong feelings towards you. So it feels like their old self is kind of diminishing into something new, which is why it feels a little uncomfortable and why it feels a little secretive. Because I think a part of you feels like, why is this person being so secretive towards me? Why aren't they expressing to me how they feel? And there's a part of them that is dying out, ego death, or in this case, some form of, they're just becoming a new person. There's like a new era that is happening with your person, and it feels like they're not really confident right now. They're not in a secure place, maybe financially, but also within themselves, they feel a bit of insecurity within. And I think that is also affecting their heart space, right? When this person is struggling with self-worth, or they're struggling with something internal, it can definitely push out into relationships, or project onto relationships. So I think that there is something internal going on with your person that is blocking their heart space from opening up to you and giving you the offer that you deserve and that you want. But I will say there is a strong connection here with that Two of Cups, and I think that you intuitively know this. I think there is a strong element of intuitiveness in your connection, whether that be telepathic communication, whether that be connecting through dreams. There is love here, there's connection here. No matter the situation the two of you are in, there is that kind of tie still. I think if this person were to open up their heart space, I think that they would definitely ask you out with that Three of Cups. I feel like this is someone who is gaining the courage, that King of Wands energy, that passion to take action towards you with that Chariot, to move towards you, whether that be to travel towards you. Some of you guys could be like at a distance, but it feels very much like they would want to ask you out, celebrate something with you. They do see value in you with that Queen of Pentacles, so this is that attraction, right? They see long term with you. There's something about your energy that is very stable to them, and they like that. I think I'm hearing in a perfect world, So there is something about this person's feelings towards you where it feels like they can't have you. So when I look at this happily ever after card, I think of, you know, in a perfect world, we'll have our happily ever after. We'll be happy, right? But for some reason it feels out of reach. It feels like it's not possible yet to have this happily ever, to run off in the sunset, right? In a weird way, I feel like this person has had crushed dreams or crushed hope about your connection. Like I said, there's a transformation here. There's a part of them and also part of the connection that is dying out or has died out, or has ended in this case. And they feel a little bit of like that Five of Pentacles, that loneliness, that feeling of insecurity. Like, we're never going to have our happily ever after. We're never going to have our moment to shine or run off in the sunset and, you know, live happily ever after. So there is a bit of a lack of faith in your connection from this person. And I think that, again, that ties into something going on internal with your person. And it could be depression, right? It could be anxiety. It could be fear. There could be other things going on in your person's life where they're so beaten down by the weight of life that they can't see the hope of the future, which is a very common feeling for lots of people. So yeah, in their heart space, like if they could talk to you or tell you, you know, what they want, or if they were to be receptive, they'd be like, in a perfect world, I wish we had our happily ever after. I wish that this could happen for us. So let's see what else comes through here. I'm going to take this because I feel like it's significant. But I also feel like with that King of Cups, like they do have strong emotions towards you. This is someone who does care about you, right? And I feel like for a lot of you, you feel like that's not true because of how silent they've been, or secretive, or it feels like they're being secretive. But I feel like they do really care. Like, it is that kind of energy, like, especially if you resonated with this person being, like, wearing their heart on their sleeve, or being very romantic towards you, and then all of a sudden pulling away, and it doesn't feel like them. Of course, it's going to come off as secretive, or that they lost interest, but I actually think it's much deeper than what I'm letting on. For all of you, you are going to be in different situations, but I feel like for some of you, that is the case, right? They do care, but there is something transformative going on in your person's life. It could be that they are going through a really intense transformative period. Five of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like right now your person is single. Look at that Four of Swords, that silence, that time of rest, of reflection. I feel like your person is single right now. I think that they are in a period of rest and reflection, and taking time for themselves, focusing on themselves. They feel like if they were to open up their heart and reach out to you, it would be combative or argumentative with that Five of Swords. It feels like if they were to open up to you and talk to you, it could cause an argument or cause more conflict between the two of you. I don't know if that's the case, right? That could just be in their head. All of you guys are going to be in different situations, like I said, so take it how it applies. But they do feel like if they were to open up their heart space and talk to you, or reconnect with you, it's going to cause some kind of drama. So they're choosing right now to be single, to focus on maybe their finances, but they are, I feel like, going through a time of transformation and a very, very significant transition in their life. They could be having like a major life change, whether you know about it or not. I do feel like there is something going on beneath the surface. Okay, so let's pull some messages of the heart to see what else comes through here to close out your reading. Okay, pile number one, what does your person want to tell you from their heart space, if they could? Battle of the Wits. Until both of you learn to let your guards down and be vulnerable, this love will continue to be a battle. Back and forth. They are trying to make sense of this connection, but their emotions swing back and forth between two extremes. So I will say with these two energies here, before I move forward, the vulnerability could be a blockage, right? Not being able to be vulnerable, which is interesting because I feel like with this connection, like the overall energy of your person in the past, or who they were, was very open with you. How they connected with you was through maybe affection or physical touch, but when it came to actually talking about their feelings, that could have been a problem. And so I think right now they're going back and forth with how to proceed and actually learn how to open up their heart space and be receptive to love, right? And be open to you again. But I feel like the both of you are very blocked off to this right now, intentionally. I feel like for you it's intentional because you don't know how they feel, right? It's almost like someone has to kind of cave in here. Release. When they set you free, they felt the sting of your absence. Don't let their silence fool you. So things are quiet right now. So you could feel like because things are quiet right now, they have released you and that they've moved on. But I think, again, it's much deeper than that with that Four of Swords. It's very similar. It's a period of rest and thinking. So you could feel like this person has moved on from you, but that might not entirely be the case. We have Twin Flame. Some of you guys can resonate with that. And then we have Stone. They are emotionally unavailable. It is for your highest good to move on and find your happiness again. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have Boundaries. They love that you set strong boundaries for yourself and walk away from those who don't respect them, including them. So it feels like there is a bit of misunderstandings here. I feel like they definitely feel your boundaries up, and I think that you feel like they have boundaries up, and you think that they're emotionally unavailable, closed off, moved on, but you can see that they're birds. There's birds circling these two energies here. So things don't seem as quite as they seem, is what I want to say, if that makes sense. Things don't look as quite as they seem, is what I think that makes more sense. But again, so that I think indicates like a bit of miscommunication, or just like, because things are so quiet, the two of you are in your head thinking about, okay, maybe they feel this way. I haven't heard from them, so maybe they are emotionally unavailable, or that they did move on, right? So it's a lot of back and forth between the both of you. I'm curious as to know, I want to know if anything changes. Eight of Pentacles. So this is going to require some patience and hard work, okay? And a perspective change with that Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck. I think that if this is something that changes in the future, where there is that offer that you are being presented with, or an opportunity, because you can also look at this as like an Ace of Cups or an Ace of Pentacles. If this opportunity arises to maybe reconnect, or just an offer comes through for you, like we talked about in the beginning of your reading, I think it's going to require a lot of hard work and patience to get to where you want to be in the connection. I think it's going to require some communication and just really working through your issues together to see what the next step is, which is what the Eight of Pentacles is about. It's hard work. So pile number one, I hope this reading resonated with you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe. If it resonated with you, please leave a lovely comment below. Thank you all again for being here, and I hope to see you guys in another reading. Bye. Hello, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. We're going to look into your person, and we're going to see what is going on in their heart space, okay? If they could send you a message from their heart space, what would they say to you? Okay, so I do want to dive right into your energy right now with this unexpected card. Feels intense. Okay, this reminds me of the Tower energy, where if change isn't made, the universe kind of does it for you. So it feels like this connection could have ended out of the blue, right? They could have ended things with you. You could have ended things out of the blue. It feels like changes are happening in your life, happening in their life. You could be going through a massive transition period in your life, but it does feel like things have shook up or shaken up, or there was just a lot of conflicting energy in your life, with or without this person. It just feels like it was one thing after the next. You could have gone through a lot in your life, is what's coming through, and like losing this person, or the anxiety of losing this person made things much worse for you, it feels like. It feels almost like a little bit of like divine intervention has happened, where the universe kind of put you apart for a reason. Some of you guys could have been married to this person, and you're on the brink of a separation, or you are separated. for others of you, there's something going on in the home, or maybe you're moving, an unexpected move. They could be unexpected, moving out of the blue as well, like unexpectedly moving. It's a bit of an unsettling energy, I will say. Not negative, but just uncomfortable. Feels like where this connection is at is uncomfortable. It's like you don't know what's next. It could be also like, it could be storming in your area as well. I'm getting that scene from Mamma Mia 2, where she meets, I believe his name is Sam, in a storm. So you could have met this person in a really unexpected way. Like in that movie, she finds, the house that she's gonna live in, and it's a complete wreck, and it's a thunderstorm outside, and she sees she enters a barn with horses, and the horse is like freaking out, and then Sam kind of comes out of nowhere and helps her save this horse or calm down this horse in a storm. So you could have met this person in a really unexpected way. Like really unexpected, like they showed up out of nowhere. And it felt like a soulmate connection. It felt like this person was like an angel that entered your life. You know how they say angels walk among us? And they could feel this way about you as well, right? Feeling like the connection was just really special, and then all of a sudden it's taken from you, is what it feels like. Okay, so, okay. And if you know Mamma Mia 2, you know what happens with them, where she finds out that they're having this beautiful love affair, and she's like, this is the one, he makes me feel really special, and then she finds out that he's engaged, and she kicks him out, and he comes back, and he has like ended the engagement or something like that, and he comes back looking for her, and she has already moved on. So you could resonate with that storyline or that movie. So pile number 2. What does this person want to say from their heart space? Okay. Holy moly. Oh boy. I'm only going to take the ones that flipped over, because it is a lot. So we have the Prince of Wands. We have Temptation, which is the Devil. 7 of Cups. The Emperor. There's one card peeking through here. What is that? Okay. We have the High Priestess, the Queen of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and the Wheel. Some more unexpected energy. The bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. So I will say they are very attracted to you. We have the High Priestess, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. So they feel like you're the whole package, okay? They feel like you are the whole package, okay? Like you are everything that they're looking for in a person. I'm getting strong feminine energy. I feel like a lot of you watching are feminine watching. So yeah, I feel like they're very, very attracted to you. They find you to be mysterious, maybe a little secretive. Um, and I feel like that gets them going. Like, that makes them curious about you. With that Prince of Wands, this is someone who still has a strong attraction towards you. With that Devil card, they feel like they can't have you, though. You could receive a lot of attention from other people with that Six of Wands, or you have an online community. I'm getting for some of you, you have a platform of some kind, and they can see that you get a lot of attention. Like, you're a very attractive person. And with that Emperor card, it kind of frustrates them a little bit because they're not in your circle right now. Or they can't reach you where they're currently at. I feel like in this person's heart space, they don't know what they want. They want you, but it feels like it's not going deeper than that. They want you, but it's not going any deeper, which is unfortunate. This could be someone who likes the idea of you, who's curious about you, but it's like they don't know why they want you. For some of you, it's like you are the full package, but you might not be this person's full type of what they usually go for. I'm getting you're multifaceted too. Like, these are three very different kinds of feminine energies that are showing up. Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the High Priestess. So you're secretive, but you're open. You know, it's like you confuse this person. You're confusing this person is what I want to say. And not intentionally. Not intentionally. So in their heart space, they're confused. They don't know how to feel. They're tempted by you. They're lured by your energy, but they don't know what to do with it. It's with that Seven of Pentacles. They're unsure of what it means, what the future holds. They're unsure if it holds any value to them. Which, you know, not a fan of the way that came out, but it's the truth. And it's not like you struggle with your worth, right? You're very confident. This is confident energy. But it's almost like you're leaving it up to them to decide what they want to do. It's like the ball is in their court. And it's funny because, like, the Emperor knows what he wants, right? The Emperor's not someone who just sits around and, like, waits things for happen. They're a leader. They're powerful. It's a strong, masculine, dominant energy. But when it comes to you, it's almost like you crumble in their hands a little. They're quite lustful towards you. They're definitely, like, feeling something towards you. Very, very strong attraction. But emotionally, there's not a lot here except confusion. It's like, do they want you because everyone else wants you? Do they want you because it's true love? Do they want you because this is what's going through their mind, right? They're unsure. They're unsure how to feel about the whole situation between the two of you. For some of you, this was just casual. It's turning into something more, and they're not realizing that. For others of you, you could be in some kind of separation, no contact, and they're viewing you as a temptation because you're an ex. Right? So this is someone who doesn't know they don't understand what they're feeling towards you. Now with the Wheel card here, something happens where, I'm going to clarify what that is, but I feel like something happens where their perspective is shifted, where they start to understand what you mean to them. Because I feel like their feelings are probably growing a little deeper. But I feel like this person is like, they're wary of going deeper. They don't really want to go deeper. But something causes, this is the Wheel card, something changes in their life, or there's like some kind of shift energetically that happens for them, but also externally, where they start to realize, okay, like pile number 2, there's much more here, which is why it says expect the unexpected, because maybe for some of you, this could have just been casual, or this could have just been like very surface level. And now it's like, wait, this person wants more all of a sudden. Why? What else do we need to know from this person? Six of Pentacles. Princess of Wands. Ten of Swords. So there was some kind of painful ending that had happened. I think maybe between the both of you, something could have really, it was like a very painful ending. And I think that maybe for both of you, you didn't expect to feel this way, especially if this was very surface level, if this was very casual or just something that didn't really get off the ground. Whatever happened between the two of you felt very painful. It felt like you were missing out on something. You didn't expect to feel the pain of not having this person in your life, and vice versa, right? They're feeling the pain of the ending between the two of you. And with the Princess of Wands, this person is curious. There's an urgency towards you. They definitely want you, is what I want to say. The Six of Pentacles. Curious. I'm gonna pull one more for that because. Ooh. I guess you get two. Okay, the Prince of Swords and the Hierophant. Okay. So there is that commitment that you were seeking, right? Or that you are seeking. Or that, in some sense, not commitment, but what they value is coming to the surface, is what I want to say. With the Prince of Swords, they're definitely watching you somehow. They see how you give to others, or they want to give to you now, is what it feels like. They're seeing that you hold some kind of value, is what's coming through, and they want to be a part of that, selfishly in a way. I'm unsure how I feel about this person's energy, but I feel like you'll know if this is your person, but it's like they want you to themselves now, or they just want to be a part of your life, and so they're curious about you for sure. For some of you, if you don't really know this person that well, they just ended something and they're wanting to come in and be interested in you, is what I want to say. But it feels like because there's a lot of page energy here, so that's that curiosity. But it feels like if you know this person, they're wanting to know you again. They're wanting to have access to your energy again. They're still very much interested, but I think that there is that bit of confusion in their heart space. It's not clear to them yet, is what I want to say. Something happens where they have a shift in perspective in their life. They could go through their own personal ending where they start to realize, okay, I'm looking for something much more meaningful in my life. I'm tired of the surface level connections. I want something deeper, with something more traditional with that Hierophant card. That could be a very traditional relationship. Maybe this person didn't really do traditional. Maybe they're getting older and they're like, okay, I'm getting older. I want a successful relationship, this and that, and they have their eye on you, right? There's something about you that pulls them in. So to close out your reading, let's pull out some oracle cards here. Messages from their heart. What do they want to say from their heart space to pile number 2? Unsighted. They're unable to see the complete extent of toxicity they brought into the connection because that's all they know. So there could have been a little toxicity here. They're unable to see their faults. Unfounded fear. They're afraid to trust and get hurt. The illusion is keeping them locked in anxiety, unable to act upon their love. So there could have been a fear of commitment here. exhausted. There's a lot of baggage that needs to be taken care of before they approach you. They're really trying to trust the situation. They're trying to figure things out, is what it feels like. But it tires them. Feels like they give up easily, or they get frustrated trying to understand their feelings, trying to make sense of how they feel towards you. Wishing well. There's a lot of excitement in the air. You've awakened a new life in them that has them lost in a field of possibilities. Yeah, you awakened a new life. So there's something about you that makes them interested, curious, that there is hope for them to be in a commitment. So there's definitely like, they're definitely wanting you, is what it feels like. Solitude. Time spent in solitude has given them a chance to get to know themselves better and set a more solid foundation. And look at that. We have taking aim. They have stepped into their power and taking action towards you. They will not miss the mark this time. So expect the unexpected, right? I feel like for a lot of you, you didn't know that this person was ever going to take action towards you or commit to you or have some kind of change within, right? But that's so not the case, right? It's actually there's much more insight that this person is gaining the more time apart that the two of you have, or now that they're in solitude. There is some kind of shift in the air where they're kind of forced to face their fear, face what they're scared of when it comes to love and commitment, which I feel like is the main blockage here in their heart space. But I think once they overcome that fear, expect them to take some kind of aim towards you and shoot their shot, is what it feels like. And it's going to feel very unexpected to you. It's going to feel like, whoa, I can't believe that this is happening. So pile number 2, I hope this reading resonated with you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe. If the reading resonated with you, please leave a nice comment below. But thank you all again for being here, and I hope to see you guys in another reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. We're going to look into your person, and we're going to find out messages from their heart space. So how they're feeling towards you, if they had an open heart space, if they were receptive towards you, what they could say to you if they could. So I had to take a little bit of a pause before I started your reading. So it feels like, especially since you chose the seeds in spring, feels like the winter time was significant in this connection, where the two of you were taking a break, where things were really silent between the two of you. Spring passed, seeds were planted, and now summer is here and things are blooming. If you resonate with seasons, that could have applied to you, where it's like you're birthing a new life, which is what spring is about, right? Think Easter, right? So you're birthing a new life. There's a new era that is essentially upon you in the connection here. It could feel like reconciliation is here, or union is near for you, but it feels like you've gone through significant phases with this person, significant endings. It could have been cycle after cycle, a beginning after beginning. Like, it feels like for some of you it could have been very on again, off again, where it's like you break up and then something new would happen, or you get back together. You would get back together after a period of silence, or it just feels like cycles going round and round and round. But it feels different this time. It feels like you could have been separated with this person for quite some time, maybe a year for some of you, or a little bit over a year, where you literally gone through 4 seasons in separation with this person. But I feel like for this pile, a lot of you resonate with like union is near, or something is coming. Seeds were planted, and now there's like a new era that is upon you guys, is what it feels like. It feels like, what's that sound? There's a sound on TikTok that I hear often where it's like winds in the east, something, something, something. It's very like something is right around the corner, it feels like. So I am filming this on a new moon, so a lot of you could resonate with, you know, working with the full moon, or the next cycle that's coming in, the next 6 months for you could be significant with this connection. So spring, we have entered summer. So the summer into the fall could be significant as well. So it just feels like things are constantly changing with this connection. You could have met through the spring as well, like spring break for some of you. Easter could be significant, or just like spring holidays, or I don't know. Could have a spring birthday. Some of you guys could be spring babies. But anyway, so okay, let's see. Pile number 3. What is going on in your person's heart space? If they could talk to you, what would they say? So we have the King of Swords. Okay. We have Temperance. 7 of Swords. 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Cups. The Fairy Godmother. This is the Empress. Yeah, birthing a new life. Sorry, I just kicked the camera. But yeah, Empress energy. The spring is like literally Empress energy. Some of you guys could be a Taurus. Like I said, spring birthdays. But yeah, you are the Empress. You're birthing a new era, birthing a new life. Strong feminine energy. Four of Cups. Strength. Princess of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. So lots of twos. I feel like a decision has to be made here for sure. Some kind of choice is on the line. I don't know why I'm getting like a game show where it's like you have an option between like a lifeline or losing the game or something. Someone feels like they're running out of time. There's a lot of emphasis on time and seasons in your connection. So a lot of you are frustrated over the fact that this person has not come forward and communicated with you in a long time. And that frustrates you because you've been so focused on the timing of where this connection is going that it's frustrating you that things are not moving in the way that you want it to move. But the Empress is not worried about that, though. The Empress sits back and allows things to unfold naturally. And I think for you, you've been playing very disinterested. Like, you've been very like, well, if it happened, it happens. And I think it's taking you quite some time and patience for waiting on this person to show up for you in the way that you want, but they haven't. This is someone who I feel like with the Seven of Swords has escapist tendencies. When I see the Seven of Swords, I don't see a sneaky energy. I know a lot of readers say the Seven of Swords is sneaky. I don't see sneaky. I see an escapist, which is someone who runs from their thoughts, their problems, their feelings, conflict, right? This is someone who is lacking in courage and faith, who lets their fear and worries and anxieties take over, is what it feels like. And they're having a hard time making a decision about you. This is someone who is aware, okay? They are aware of the depth and the value of the connection, okay? They understand that it's special with the Two of Cups. They are aware of that. But they're unable to come to a conclusion as to how they actually feel towards you. They know it's something special, but they're unable to, I don't know if they feel like they're not good enough, or they're just shy, or it's like an insecurity, because you can see the way with this Two of Pentacles, it's about juggling, right? So you can see the way this person is looking at this feminine energy, with potential and hope and there's a certain value that she holds that this person is unable to attain. They feel like they have to juggle maybe two lifestyles, or they could just be really overwhelmed with other things in their life. But I feel like this is someone who lacks courage when it comes to taking some kind of leap of faith towards you, taking action here. Because they see your value. They see that you are this empress. It's interesting. I can see the way this person is kind of looking towards this Four of Cups. There's a part of them that feels like something isn't enough for them. Something isn't enough. And I feel like in this case, they know it's them. They feel like they are not enough for you. They don't feel like they align with what you're looking for. And so while you're creating your own abundance, they're over here struggling to grasp it. To be a part of it is what it feels like. It feels like they're unable to be a part of whatever you have going on. And I think in some sense with the Two of Cups, you are open to compromise. You are receptive. Your heart is open. But it's like when like this person is aware of the fact that if they were to like show up towards you, you would kind of shoo them away, or you would welcome them, but it wouldn't be enough in their eyes. Like there's this energy of like, I know I'm not good enough for you, and it's very cliche, but it's true, which is why we have the Seven of Swords. They're running away with the tail between their legs, like, oh, I know what I did, I know what I said, or I know I'm not good enough is what it feels like. And I think it's frustrating for you because I think you want union with this person. I think that you want some kind of reconciliation, but it's like you guys are not aligning. But they have a decision to make is the key point in your reading. So in their heart space, they feel not good enough for you. They feel like, what's the point? It's very like Four of Cups, like, oh, what's the point? It's very like nonchalant energy. The King of Swords is someone who makes the right decision. This is not a King of Swords who expresses their feelings quite well. This is someone who takes time overanalyzing, overthinking, looking at every single detail before making a decision. So they're taking their time. And you're being very patient with that Temperance card. But in a weird way, I feel like this Temperance is here for a reason. It's almost like you would rather have this person come correct than come at all. Like I'm literally getting like a queen sitting at her throne, and she has suitors coming through the door, and she's like shooing them away. You want someone who aligns with your energy. Okay, you want a match, like an ideal match, and this person is not showing up in the way that you desire. So in their heart space, they know this. They're aware of this, that they're lacking in what you're seeking. Six of Pentacles. They feel like they have nothing to give. Happily ever after. King of Pentacles. That's more of an alignment. That's more of what they want to become is what it feels like. But again, that I feel like there is something here where They have an insecurity centered around their self-worth. It could be tied to money, because again, seeds in spring, creation, right? Abundance that you have for yourself. They don't, is what it feels like. It feels like they don't have that, or they're wanting to create something here. They want to be enough. They want to be someone. It's almost like they want things to be perfect in order to give you something. They feel like they need to have some kind of external or material success to meet your standards. For some of you, that could be the case. Eight of Cups. Wow. So for a lot of you, this person feels emotionally that this is not fulfilling for them. Whatever situation that they are in with you, it's not fulfilling. Because I think there could be like a power struggle here, or you could make more money, or you could be better looking, or you could be just all in all the full package. And when they stand next to you, they don't feel good. And that's it. It's an insecurity issue, because you could be like, oh, I accept you for who you are, right? And they could be like, oh yeah, sure, that's great. But then with the Seven of Swords, they run off. So there's a part of them that doesn't feel fulfilled, because they're not, they want to be like you. You inspire them. You are the Empress. You are this creator, right? Of life and abundance, and you inspire them, but it feels like nothing happens for them. It feels like they're unable to match. They're unable to match you. It feels like they want to be next to you as an equal, but they just feel less. And I will say, like, it's not your fault, you know, that you show up that way. And nobody's perfect, obviously, but I think they just want more for themselves, right? And in a way, you have to respect that, but this is just how they're feeling in their heart space currently, right? Not fulfilled, not happy with where things were with you guys, or how they felt next to you. But there's still, I'm going to clarify what that Prince of Swords is, Princess of Swords, because in some sense that is still a lingering curiosity for you. And the Two of Cups also indicates that there will always be some form of a connection there, right? Even if that's just friendship. So I want to know what this Prince of Swords is. Okay. So there could be an apology that this person wants to give you. This could be an extension of, let's grab a coffee, let's talk. It's a very playful approach. So I think that this person could be seeking, potentially, we have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of a deck, a passionate new beginning here. There is this attraction towards you still. There's still a spark. And with the Judgment card, we have redemption. So I think that there is a potential here. I don't want to use the word reconciliation, but I think that there is a wake-up call that this person has. And by the time that they have it, you could have already moved on. But there is still this interest here. There's a spark. There's this energy of wanting to... I'm gonna get the last word in, or there's just some kind... This could just be closure for some of you. And if you do want a reconciliation, right, it's possible. It's absolutely possible with the Ace of Wands, that could be the case. And that reconciliation could be closure for you too as well with the Ace of Cups. but there is a new cycle happening here, I think, for a lot of you. I wouldn't say overnight, but seeds were planted, right, where you wanted this for some of you. So let's get some message cards. Toxicity. Their toxic friendships are creating distance between you two and preventing them from serving the purity of your soul. I don't think there's other people involved. For some of you, that could be the case. But in this sense, there could have been their own toxic mind, their own toxic mentality that they have towards themselves that's not healthy. Resistance. They need time to answer the call of their soul and step into higher levels of consciousness. So there's something here about timing. They're very resistant to this connection right now. Divine intervention. They are expecting many tower moments in their life where it's helped them gain clarity on this connection. Betrayal. Their fleeting heart will only end up betraying you in the end. Your soul deserves better. So there's that kind of runner energy that leaves you feeling like betrayed again, because it's fleeting. It's a fleeting energy. Their heart space, it's fleeting. So it's like they're still curious about you, they still care for you, they have love for you, but then they run away. Brewing up. Be ready to expect the unexpected, because something is brewing and it's gaining momentum. So that's that Ace of Wands energy with that Prince of Swords. I think that this, oh my God. Expect unexpected energy. The answers you seek are coming, but when the answers arrive, it might be too late or you have moved on. That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. By the time this person has that redemption, that realization, that wake-up call, you could have already moved on. But expect the unexpected, because I feel like this person is going to want to like give you an apology or some kind. But you have the power to control the outcome in the way that you want it to. Not the connection, right? You have free will, is what I'm saying. So thank you all for being here. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, please leave a nice comment below. And thank you again for being here. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another reading. Bye.